Back there, whoever thought Cam did a good job, during intermission, you should throw money in his buckets. Make sure. Yeah! Next up, I would like to introduce the man of the moment, at least for 2 more weeks, until the new Mr. FSU is crowned. But for now, Mr. FSU 2013, James Lindsay.
Yeah, so when Cam was talking about how he didn't prepare for this until 2:30 p.m., I think I beaten him at that because I still haven't prepared anything. I'm just completely winging this as I always do. So I'm really hoping this works because if I fail to be funny, at least you guys can laugh at me, and maybe that'll get me some brownie points. But if I do succeed, then that would be good as well. So let's see. One thing I can think of is we had to send in 3 fun facts for this, and then my 3 fun facts are, of course, really cheesy stories. So I'll start by telling you the fun facts. One of them is, alright, I think I might have told some of you this, but probably not too many of you, but my reason for coming to FSU was literally, initially, that we had a smoothie stand, because, when I was in high school, I was applying for colleges, I was like, I don't know, I got all these colleges. Then I got into 4, I got into Westfield, Fitchburg, Framingham, and UMass Amherst, and then I was like, okay, let's see out of these 4. And I was trying to think about it. I was like, okay, Fitchburg has this really cool chocolate milk machine. FSU has a smoothie stand. And I was like, I don't really see anything that UMass Amherst or Westfield have to compare, so I can roll those 2 out. And then I was like, all right, between these 2, I was like, let's see. I was like, I've had so much chocolate milk in my life, but I haven't had too many smoothies, so maybe that'll be something new. All right, I'm going to FSU. And now here I am, 2.5 years later. Yes, that's always a pretty cheesy story. Another thing is, oh yeah, when I first got to campus, I had the biggest fail my first semester because, so basically, I initially tried working with the Gate Post, and I was a photographer for them. So I had to go to this Family Feud event this one time, and I was still unfamiliar with the campus and all that. So they were having the show at some place in Hemingway, I think, and I wasn't familiar with the building yet. So then I was just wandering through Hemingway. I was like, all right, I'm already running a bit late. I'll just sneak in the back. I managed to walk right onto the stage. I don't even know how I did that still. So it's just halfway through the show, they're in the middle and everything, and I just come walking out, and I'm just oh wow, okay. And then they just said, of course, that stop the show, and everyone was staring at me, and I was just yeah, I'm just here for the Gate Post, and I'll go in the audience now. So then I went down to the audience, and then my camera was out of batteries. I was like, are you kidding me? So then I left the show, and I went back to my dorm room, and then I got back to the show, and it took me so long to, let's just scramble through everything and find the batteries. And then when I got back, the show was already over. So then I not only did I fail to get the pictures that I needed for the article, but I also made a huge fool of myself. And I was just yeah, so good times. Let's see. Other funny stories. Oh yeah, well basically Jake Aldrich isn't here unfortunately because he would understand this joke more than most of you, but I kind of have an obsession with Donkey Kong. So my freshman year, me and Jake were always joking about Donkey Kong all the time, and I was also a huge fan of sushi. So this one time I got it was my first time getting the sushi in the store in between the Comcap and dining hall, and I got back to the dorm room with them there. Then I was like, what's this stuff? I picked up the packet of wasabi. I was like, I don't know what this is, but maybe it'll be good. So I just put all of the wasabi onto one piece of sushi, and then I ate it, and then of course my reaction to it, I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. So now we have an inside joke about how that unlocks my inner Donkey Kong. So yeah. What else is there? I feel like I probably have some pretty good recent fails, but let me think of one. Oh, actually, wait. Well, this isn't my own fail, Tyler. You already agreed that I could tell the story. But basically, my friend Tyler's in the audience, and he's from Shrewsbury. So I was just showing him around at FSU and all that. And we were sitting at a table in the cab, and then I don't know, it's just really weird. But basically, he turned to me. He said you have a really nice cap, but he kind of turned the wrong way. So he turned right to this girl, and he's like, you have a really nice cap. And then she just kind of got all creeped out, and then she just left. And I was kind of yeah. So that was pretty epic. That made my night. Let's see. What else? Oh, actually, I kind of just thought of this right now. But I mean, you know how you have the water bottles when you're on stage and you're talking? Like, I don't know, I mean, I'm probably going to drink my water bottle after, because I was just imagining myself trying to pick it up and drink it at the same time of talking, and then I probably wouldn't go over well, because I'd be trying to use, like, both of my hands to open it and still be talking on the microphone, probably spill it and break it, but, yeah. What else is there? Oh yeah, well, yeah, so that's my talent, because, like, I just keep, like, randomly generating funny stories, but basically, so back when I was in high school, I went on a trip to Italy, and like I just thought of this because earlier Cam was talking about the weird people he's met. But basically, when I was in Italy, we were all staying in this like apartment area, and we could like walk around the city, but we had to be back to the hotel at a certain time just to make sure we were all accounted for. So this one time, I was just like wandering around, and I got lost from my friends, of course, because I do that a lot. And then I like ended up going down this like dark alley in between these buildings. I was like, crap, I'm like in a dark alley, and I'm in a foreign country. Like, what am I gonna do? And then I ran into this Cambodian couple. They're probably in their 50s or so. And then I just walked up to them, and then I was like, okay, they're probably going to be speaking Italian, so let me think. That was like parle inglese, which means do you speak English? And then like the guy was like, oh, he was like, I don't speak Italian either, like we're lost here too. And I was like, okay. So then I was like, all right, let's try to find like the way back to the city. So then I joined forces with like this random Cambodian couple, and we were talking about life, and they're telling me about how they like to travel to different parts of the world and stuff. And I was telling them about how I was applying for college and how I couldn't decide between Framingham and Fitchburg because of the smoothie stand and the chocolate milk machine. And then I don't know how we ended up going in the wrong direction, and then we ended up at like it was some body of water or something, and then there's like a lifeguard there, and I just asked him like the directions back to the city. Then he just gave us like a map, and he like drew a line back to like the hotel I was from. I was like, oh, thanks. So I had to walk like all the way back to the city, and then find the hotel again. And then yeah, so that was quite an experience. Yeah. Let's see. Other cheesy stories. Oh yeah, I'm also the master of like I made this up with some of my friends. Just like this is how you don't do something. So like the two best examples I could come up with earlier today was I demonstrated how not to make a waffle, because for the first time I tried like the waffle machine in the dining hall. And then, like, I don't know, when I was trying to take it off, it was getting, like, stuck to, like, the waffle thing, so I spent a good, like, 20 minutes, like, taking it. And first of all, I was using a spoon to, like, trying to eat the waffle, like, later on, which was probably not a good idea either. But I was just, like, taking out the waffle with a spoon for, like, 20 minutes, and it was all stuck. I was like, oh, God, I hope no one's gonna, like, come up behind me to, like, be waiting in line, because I'm gonna be holding them up because of my own, like, blunder. Then, Another time I demonstrated this is how you don't do something. I was trying to get out of my friend's car one time, but like I left the seatbelt on. So then I basically just like face planted, like tripped over the seatbelt that I was wearing. So I also demonstrated how not to get out of a car. So yeah. Let's see. How am I doing for time, by the way? 7? Oh, nice. Sorry, 3 more minutes. Yeah. One thing that I like about this is for like class presentations, when you have to do a 10-minute presentation, like, I mean, of course I prepare more for class presentations than I do for these ones, but I still don't do that much preparation usually. So I'm like, oh God, if I run out of things to say, like I have to always be talking about like the subject at hand, and like there's a point where you can stop like talking about what you're supposed to know for the class, but then for this I can just keep making stuff up off the top of my head, so yeah. What other cheesy story? Oh wait, okay, here's a good one. So basically, I was a dog sitter back when I was like a senior in high school. And then, so yeah, I was walking my own dog Speedy, and I was walking my friend's dog Cookie. And then, we got back to Cookie's house, and of course I was too busy like trying to like make sure I got Cookie's food ready and all that. And then I left the door open for some reason, because I don't know why. But then like there's like another dog walking down the street, and then Speedy saw the other dog, and she like ran after it. Then I was like, oh crap. So then by the way, this was like in mid-January, so there was like ice like all over the roads, and I wasn't wearing shoes because I'd already taken them off to give Cookie like her dinner. So then I was running down the middle of the road in my socks after my dog, and then I managed to catch up to Speedy, which I'm still pretty proud of, because I mean, like, I didn't think I could outrun the dog, but then I caught up to her, and I just like picked her up, and I was like carrying her back to the Cookie's house. Then of course everyone on the sidewalks was like staring at me and giving me weird looks, and they're like, "Is your dog okay?" I'm like, yeah, don't worry, Speedy's fine. I'm just like bringing her back to the house, saying that she ran out of. So yeah, it was a pretty awkward situation. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm good. All right, nice. Oh yeah, I managed the last 10 minutes. Oh gotcha. Okay.
Judges.
From now on, I'm going to begin with my criticism so I don't get crucified by the audience. I don't know if this one is necessarily necessary for you, but just as a tip, in comedy, I find that silence is incredibly important. So in the future, I would consider playing with that. Although, as an aside, I think that the lack of silence tends to work for you, so maybe not necessarily. Small note that the first joke you told about walking into a performance in Hemingway, was that your freshman year?
Yeah.
Okay, therefore, I'm 99% sure I was in that show. So
Sorry about that.
it's okay. I don't even remember. So I really, your style I find really works for you. I like how a lot of comics will have all their jokes tie in, but I think you're a special brand where you don't necessarily need to do that. I kind of like how you jump around. You just have a strange vault of stories that you're able to jump to. God knows how. And I liked how you tied in one of your jokes, your first joke about the smoothie thing, into a later joke.
Oh yeah.
So, pretty much all I got for that. I'll hand it over to Chris.
James, I want to know how large your lungs are.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Because I don't think I can physically speak that long, but you tend to do it with a type of a demeanor, and it's very good, and I can never do that, and if I did this, no one laughs. Yet somehow, when you do it, everyone laughs, and good for you. I think you're very funny. Again, I wrote the same thing. I loved how you linked that smoothie story into the Cambodian couple in Italy. Again, I don't know how the hell you're living that life, but keep living it. It's working for you. Great job. You're obviously a great hit here at FSU.
Thank you. That's for me.